Hey, it's Chrissy here with This and That Gal. I am bringing to you the 1-inch Essential Stencil um, Christmas words. This is so much fun. I am loving it. All these were in there. In that package, there's like 40 different words. These are the ones that I pulled out. I made up on these green blocks of wood, which I painted red for this batch. And then I'm going to show you how I did them. But are they not adorable? These are just little shelf sitters for your holiday decorations. And I think they're so stinking adorable and affordable to make, or in my case, I'm going to sell them for like $4 or $5 a piece. Maybe give them like a bundle deal. Not sure yet. Right now, I am just loving how they turned out. So, you ready to get stenciling? Let's do this. These are so much fun. I can't wait for holiday fairs and see how they sell. I've got lots of fairs today this year. Okay, so all I did was I put some white, titanium, I think it was. Yep, titanium white from Deco Art. That's what we're using as a stencil. It's just acrylic paint. So let's go ahead and bring it over here. Let me show you just real quick how to do this stencil. It's really easy. You're gonna load your brush, and this brush doesn't feel like it's gonna load very well. Okay, so you're gonna load your brush up, and then you're gonna offload it. Offload it means you're gonna take the excess paint off of your brush. And the reason you want to do that is because you don't want it to bleed through the little line. So I do it off of on the stencil, off of my design, just so that I'm sure that I'm going to be bringing this paint over and not having bleed over. And then I can pick it back up and use it as my brush is drying out. A lot of times I will put that, see how there was a lot of paint left on that brush? That would have led to bleed through, and I would not have been a happy camper. So, and I just done forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I just use just a small amount when I am doing my stenciling, because you can do thin layers and let it dry and then come back over. And see how I'm just picking up that excess that was on the stencils. And then, see, I didn't do it and I just messed. I hope I did not mess this up. I'm going to be upset if I did. And all I do is just a swirling motion, just to get all that in there. So I'm just gonna swirl it. I am messing up. I'm gonna have to fix that when I am done, because I put too much extra on my stencil that it bled up here. And I'll show you in a minute when I go to reveal the word stenciled on. Because I want this to look kind of rustic. So I believe I'm only going to do like one layer. I'm not going to put a full coverage of paint on there. I want it to be a little faded looking to give that rustic feel. I can sit here and probably whip all of this out within like 34, maybe 40 minutes. And then that way I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there I did. I don't know, maybe 6 might take you, yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't take it takes less than an hour to get all your words stenciled on to like 5 to 6 blocks. And then, of course, clean up, which I'm going to have on this one. And I'm just going to lift that up and see how that just turned out. See how I had a little bit of bleed through right there? I could take a wet, all my baby wipes are dried. I could take a wet baby wipe, and it's already dry, so it really didn't save me anything. It just made it wet, which is fine because sometimes the baby wipe trick is exactly what you need. I'm gonna just set that to the side. We're gonna let that dry because I do need to touch up that piece. But yeah, this is how we do this up. So I'm just gonna stencil this on, and then I'm gonna show you how I just do a little gold like leafing. I just really, people, you're never gonna believe, I use a plastic fork with this Deco Art Metallics paint. Sometimes I'll also use Deco Art just paint. It just really kind of depends on how I feel that particular day when I'm doing my painting or my stenciling or my crafting or whatever it is. I have been in the studio all week long working on different projects for Christmas. I've been doing some nutcrackers, using some of the Essential Stencil dry transfers to create some beautiful gifts for the gift giving season that is coming up upon us. And I'm not sure, I don't think there's a sale going on right now. This is, I'm not sure if they're gonna, I'd be honest, I don't remember. This was something separate that I purchased from them. It's not out of any of their bundles or anything. But you can get an additional 10% off by using the code THISGAL, THISGAL, to get an additional. So if anything's on sale for, like, usually they'll do 20%. So if they have anything on sale for 20% off, you can get an additional 10% off. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I do get a little bit of a kickback, just to disclaimer on that one. It does help to make sure Mama has some chicken feed for the chickens with the kickback. So when you use my code, it doesn't cost you anything, but it will save you something. Who would, this would probably be a really fun class, a paint party class. Just do up some Christmas decor. I think I might offer that. Thinking about it. I'm sitting here making these for Christmas vendor events, pop-up shops. So this is a great way. I'll come, I don't know, should I come back? Tell me if you want me to come back and tell you how I did in sales, how many I sold of everything that I created. I can do that if you want me to. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm loving this set. All right, so for under 10 minutes, we've got 3 done. I'm just gonna set them to the side because I have these. Okay, I got this one right there. Yep, see, I'm working on nutcrackers Aren't they the cutest? They're blanks. It took me a little while to work on those. I just figured, well, let me go ahead, let me get into some other stuff, something that is a little, I see progress faster. But yeah, this is super fun. I love just setting up little areas in my house because I have like several like tables that I can just put these up on. Great teacher gifts, or even your secret sister, secret pal, office gifts. And you could just do up like a whole bunch in no time. And they'll be quite impressed with you. I don't know if that one's going to have like a little bleed through or not because I didn't offload to the side. Oops. Okay. Let's pick that one up. That's pretty good. I was afraid that was going to be a little messy, but it turned out okie dokie. Okay. I painted these blocks a few days ago, and I'm still picking up some paint. So they're not exactly like true white. They are like kind of like a pink. Pale pink, because it is picking up the red pigments from the paint that I used, which is interesting. I hadn't seen that happen before with my other projects, like especially the green ones. They didn't do that. So I don't know if it was this particular brand of red paint or what the deal with that is, but pretty cool. And then reveal, awesome, loving it. And I'm just over here hanging out with him. I'm gonna put that right there too. By the time I get done with all of these, I can go back to our first ones. Phew, gotta get rid of some of that paint. It's a little bit too much. And I can show you what I was doing with the rustic, the elegant rustic. I think that's a good word for it. Elegant rustic look that we're going to go for on that. I didn't have anything to tape that down with over here. That's okay. That still worked out really well. All right, so now that I got all of these done down, you know, I'm so sorry. I was like not even talking during that. All right, so now that I've got those all done, I'm going to show you my really cute trick. I'm just going to put, you know what, I think I'm going to use Golden Touch by Folk Art is metallic. They have like 3 or 4 different golds that you can choose from. And I'm just going to put a little bit right here in my palette. Which, actually, I think I put more than I'm going to need. And I want you to see, I'm going to put that to the side because we just did that one. You know what? Let me see Peace. Let's see if I have to really fix this or not. Okay, so I'm just going to dip my fork into the paint, and I'm gonna just kind of scuff the sides. You know what? I don't even have to fix that. Isn't that the bomb.com? And I'm just rubbing the teeth on here and giving it like a golden distressed look, real bright and pretty. And then we put the twine on it. It is going to be so gorgeous. All right, so that has a little bit more of a extras on the side than I wanted, but totally cool. I'm gonna just do these up and fix them up just the way we have them here. I'm just gonna wipe off some excess paint off like that. Each one is totally going to be different. You get done, you have a piece, you can use it without a bow, or you can use one and glue a bow on there. Like I say, you just use the twine. I got these a couple years ago, just real cute. I also, before I do the ribbon and the garnishment on there, I will put a coat of poly just to protect it and make it a little easier to clean up if you get any dust on it. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in and watching my video. Discount. If you want my discount, go over and get the and check out, use the words THISGAL, which is this gal, to get your discount for your next purchase. This is what you want, the 1-inch Christmas words, to give you all kinds of fun. These are perfect for rounds, all kinds of different signs, not just shelf setters. There is a world of possibility on these. So go grab you some stencils, grab you some acrylic paint, and have fun. And while you're at it, while you're placing your order, awesome tool to have, the Essential transfer tool. And what I'm using today, this is the mini stencil brush set. There's like 5 brushes in that set. You're absolutely going to love them. All right, talk to you later. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.